It is time. If your father and I do not return, you go as far and as fast as you can. I am the fire! Your goddess has no dominion here.
So I'm just about to go in for Avatar Fire and Ash. I can't wait. I've been really hyped about this movie. I can't wait to jump back into my favorite bioluminescence planet Pandora. See you afterwards. My first thoughts and impressions about the movie.
It is time.
3 hours, 20 minutes later, mind blown. First off, didn't get to watch the Avengers trailer, thought I would. Sadly, I didn't. So I just want to give my first thoughts and impressions about this movie. It's going to be a non-spoiler review. Before I get to that, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button as well as the notification bell to receive updates on all new movies, TV shows, and reviews dropping. So let's jump right in.
Just breathe.
So Fire and Ash picks up where water left things, and this movie, first of all, if I go in, I just have to say, is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen on screen. One of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced in this lifetime on the IMAX screen. You owe it to yourself to check it out at least once, man, because Cameron was like, oh, you thought Way of Water was the best you could do? Hold my beer. Yeah, he went and did, he ramped things up this movie, man. The fidelity, the visual fidelity, the 3D. When you buy a movie ticket and you have such a wholesome experience, this was this movie. Anyway, as far as the story is concerned, what I love about this movie is now we get a new angle, a new story, in the sense that the second movie focused on family. This focuses more on the faith. And now that you have the family aspect, you get to have the trials and tribulations that come with the family, and this raises the stakes. And this movie is very serious, it's very dark, it's very sad, compared to the first two.
Whatever happens, protect this family.
You said you could protect this family.
I was wrong. You cannot live like this, baby. In hate.
For the first time ever, the Salis, Jake and Neytiri and the other Navi people and the clans have one of the best villains of the year, Varang. Man, this is like a sexy ass on this. I can't really talk to you guys about it. In fact, I think this review is going to be just Varang.
Show me how to make thunder. I am the fire! Burn them all. If your father and I do not return, you go as far and as fast as you can.
Locations, so I've changed locations, the close not right to the late night screening. So the saying, Varang, really one of the coolest villains of the year so far. Why? Because she's just badass. Recently we get in movies with villains who are misunderstood or something happened to them, they're not entirely bad. Varang, none of that. She's bad. Why? Just because.
Fire is the only pure thing in this world.
And that's what makes her so cool. She's so sinister, she's just badass. She's this sexy arsonist who's obsessed with fire and hurting people.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
You want to spread your fire across the world. You need me.
And she just likes watching the world burn, in a sense. And what makes it even more impressionable is Ona Chaplin plays Varang, and she does an incredible job of bringing her on screen, giving her that life, giving her that sinister demeanor.
Your goddess has no dominion here.
Varang just wants to hurt anyone. She doesn't care if you're a child or an old person. She's the head of this clan called the Ash people. She's also their shaman, Shahid, and therefore they look up to her. And for her, it's just like, hey, let's go out there, let's burn this world down to the ground. And why? It's because of the Avatar movies, there's this sense of faith and their deity called Ewa. Varang feels like Ewa betrayed them, and that's why their landscape got scorched by an incident that happened. And therefore she challenges the people who believe in Ewa, and she's out to hurt the people that Ewa protects.
The fire came from the mountain, burnt our forest. My people cried for help. But Ewa did not come.
And when she hooks up with Stephen Lang's porridge, potent mix of badass. You know, these are like truly bad people.
Show me how to make thunder.
Together, we can spread your fire across the world.
They make the movie so much better because what I feel like the Avatar movies have lacked is like a proper villain. The first one had a good villain in with Quaritch, who was able to showcase the worst of humanity. We also get some progression, some of the characters introduced in Way of Water, people like Spider, Kiri, and Neytiri. There's actually a running gag. Actually, you can make a drinking game out of the number of times Neytiri talks about who tries to kill Spider. It's so funny because it's a running gag that's been going on since Way of Water. She just wants to off him, and that added some sort of levity to the movie. In as much as this movie is very sad and very serious, it has some moments of levity, and mostly thanks to Neytiri and Stephen Lang's courage. The other thing I'd like to add is the experience of this movie, which is the meat and potatoes of it all. We all know the Avatar movies don't fully excel on the story aspect because they're not so deep. However, the technical achievement of this movie is something to behold, something to experience in IMAX. We got to watch this in IMAX 3D and you're blown away from the moment the countdown started with the IMAX countdown. Man, it's just a thing of beauty. I can't even describe it. If you think, well, what is something that sets a high standard, Fire and Ash takes that and wraps it up to like an 11 because man, this thing's so beautiful. But one thing I didn't like about this movie is, I don't know if it was just me or if it was in my head, but there's something weird going on with the frame rate. Sometimes it's 24 frames per second, sometimes it's like 60 or 120. It was so disturbing. It threw me off. I was like, is it motion smoothing that's great? I have my wall with motion smoothing. Let me not get to it, but it felt like motion smoothing, and therefore sometimes the movie ends up looking like a documentary, which I didn't like. But for the most part, it's well shot, very, very, very beautiful. The water physics, the vistas, the landscape, the creature designs. Oh man, this movie is. I need to watch like a 10-hour behind the scenes of the making of Fire and Ash. I would say that this is the best of the three, largely because it progresses the story, there's characterization, and there are really high stakes involved, and the experience, it's wholesome, you know, it's the sort of blockbuster that is meant for the big screen experience, and I highly recommend them to check it out. So I'm going to give it a rating of 8 out of 10, largely because there are certain things I didn't like that I won't go into because of spoilers, but come check this out in IMAX. You're not going to regret it, trust me on that one. If you like these reviews, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as well as the notification bell to receive updates on all new movies, TV shows, and reviews dropping. See you in the next one. Cheers.